Hey guys, it's me, Halloween Dan. Today we're just doing another quick video about making another prop. I've got the kids here with me. Here's Finn.
Hi.
And here's Ella.
Hi.
And we're gonna give making a prop a go. It's one of the ones I talked about in one of my past videos where we've got to try and construct a bit of a Grim Reaper kind of a guy. We've got another visitor with us today. Mr. Skeleton has come down from the loft. Yeah, Mr. Skeleton is a Costco skeleton that we got probably about, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago now. He has seen better days. His arm has fallen off. We are going to try and repair it for the 2nd year in a row. But we always get him down about this time in September. It's always around the middle of September. He comes down from the loft and he becomes a permanent feature of our living room, doesn't he, kids?
Yes.
So, yeah, he's going to basically sit here now, much to Mummy's distress. So, as I said, we're going to give a bit of a make a go. So, let's see how this turns out. So you might remember me showing you in a past video this really old, decrepit looking fan. It just about works, and I'm hoping to use it in this next project. You can see on the table here, we've got a selection of really random stuff. It's some pipe and some connectors, overflow pipe this pipe is. We've got a styrofoam head that I managed to borrow from work, and then a load of black weed suppressant. Which I'm hoping will work as a hood and cloak. How this is going to come together, I'm not really sure. I've got some cable ties as well to try and hold it together a little bit. But we're going to give it a go and just see where we go with it. So I've built a very, very basic frame. It might need a bit of adaptation, but this is the general idea that we're going for. We've got a long central pole which is going to attach to the back of the fan with the styrofoam head on the top. And then we've just got some pieces of pipe. This is overflow pipe, just put together with very basic angles and all the rest of it. And when I decided this is the right shape to go for, I'll glue these into the position that I actually want them to be in, because I kind of want the arms to be more out like that, like a Grim Reaper sort of reaching out for you. So now I'm going to attempt to put some of the canvas over this and see if I can get the basic shape. So here I'm just trying to show how I draped the material over the frame. It was very, very hard to do, I have to say, just to get the right sort of shape. I think I made the shoulders a bit too wide, but eventually I got a sort of a shape which I was happy with. So we've had a few stages skipped. I've jumped ahead a little bit. He's as completed as I think I'm ever going to get him. This prop certainly hasn't worked out how I really wanted him to. But he's not too bad. So there are a few more finishing touches to this guy. You can see that I propped him up with a chair because he wants to kind of lean forward a bit too much. He is, yeah. He isn't very stable. I want to rough up some of the edges of the hood and also the bottom of his gown to make it look a bit more ripped and cut and old. But the main change from before is the fan that I showed in the first part of the film that I was going to use to make him move. I've gotten rid of. The fan was really dilapidated. It wasn't working. So this is no longer a moving prop. He is just a big looming Grim Reaper. I think I'm going to make some kind of a scythe to go with him. But yeah, he is now just a big shadow person. There's a bit more adaptation I want to do to him. I want to perfect some of the bits around the hood here. It's not quite right. I had to kind of, the head was a white head, I don't really remember. So I've kind of covered that with some of this weed suppressant to hide the head a little bit. So he just looks like a real shadow creature. I could possibly do with maybe putting a bit more of the material over the arms, because you can see the pipe that I used to make this. But to be honest, at night time you don't, because it's so dark. And I have got to, you can see that I used the legs of the fan to sort of hold him up. So when he actually goes out into the display, I'm actually going to have to pin them legs down, and I'm going to have to tie him back as well. I've got a point at the back where I'll be able to tie him, and I'll tie him off to something to keep him upright. He is quite a delicate prop. He has fallen apart several times, so I'm going to have to glue some of his joints together a bit better, I think. But you can see where I'm going with this, and for now he's as complete as I'm going to be. All the finishing touches I'm going to put onto him are going to really be in the week when I put him out. So for now, that's as good as it gets. So he's not perfect, my Grim Reaper. I could have done a better job. This is what I say all the time. I said about my tombstones, but he's not bad. I'm quite happy with him. He's quite big and menacing and dark, and that's basically what he needs to be. Like I say, there are a few finishing touches on him that I want to do that make him look a bit better, a bit more real. But as a figure standing in the back of my graveyard somewhere, he's going to look pretty terrifying, I think. And a bit of a gust of wind, as long as he's secure, you know, he will still move a little bit. So I'm quite happy with him. He's enough for my yard horn anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching, and keep it spooky, guys. See you soon. Bye.